Hello, folks. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I hope so. Just let me turn this off. Okay. Okay. Hello, folks. How are you? How you doing? How's hacking going? Cool, cool. How's your project going? Great. Let's wait a minute. Let's see if someone's lost. Can you hear me? Good. The audio is good. TDL. Okay, just let me turn this light a little bit off. Can hear you. Okay, great then. I will turn the music a little bit down. Let's say just a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, hello. My name's Nelfo, and today we're going to build an API. It will be a 3-session long workshop, but I think if you just you are in just one or another, there will be different separate topics. First of all, we will build the data infrastructure, and then the API. And first of all, I will explain you how to connect them all. So you can watch them separately, or just the first one, the second one, or the third one, and you can learn as much. Okay, let me share my screen. Let's start. I'll start explaining. Okay, present. Share screen. Okay. So what's an API? Okay. Let me see. Add screen. Can hear you. Hello. Okay. Okay. So first of all, let's say we have a web application, and or let's say we want to use some data from Facebook or Instagram or anything. Okay. Let me just turn the music off. It's quite annoying. Okay, great. So let's say you want to use data from another company or just another developer, how you can do that. So how these, well, basically, let's say Facebook has all this data and wants to share with people, with developers, so they can also use that data for their apps. So they build an API that has access to their database and the data, so you can make API calls and just get that data for your application or whatever. So let's say this is Facebook. They have the backend, the source code and the database, and all this information goes to the database. And then let's say you have an application. So your application can use in this case, Meta API to get the data from the database or whatever this data is in. So let's say Meta, or let's say X. Let's say X is your company or your app. So you can create an API and offer this information you have to other developers, so they can use it from you. So yeah, what are the basic business models for this kind of technology? Let's say API. Basically, PP it's pay per API calls. So let's say you have a lot of data, and in the developers want to use your data to build their apps. So you can just create an API with to gather all this data, and you can, let's say, sell. Well, yeah, it's basically selling your API requests. So you have an API that gets different information from different cities in the United States or India or Spain or whatever. So you say, okay, I'll give you, let's say, 1,000 API calls for $2, and with these 1,000 API calls, they can get 1,000 cities data. Okay, let's see on an actual example. Let's say maybe if you used APIs before, you should know this website called Rapid API. There's so many different APIs. You can, if you have an API, you can publish it here. So let's try top movies. This one. Okay, let's say this one's verified. Okay, so this is what it will look like. Look up. This what it does. Shows the movies. Okay, let's use another one. Maybe we can recipe food nutrition. X. Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, so this one. You have the different endpoints. They can be get or post different request methods, and you have different endpoints. There can be 1 or 20 endpoints. So, for example, this one is search recipe. Okay, so these ones are deprecated. So maybe they're here because there's some legacy code for some projects. So you can choose. Let's choose Go, or okay, just HTTP. Again, I would say Go. Maybe. Okay, so let's test this. I should have an account. Okay. Login. Okay. Okay, so subscribe to test. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, the business models. You can have different packages. In this case, 500 requests a day are free, and from 500 up, it's 0.003. Let's have yeah, get post. Maybe there's delete. And am I late? No, you're not late. I was just explaining what are APIs and how they work, and how you can create an API for your personal projects to sell the data. Keep in mind that you have to find out if the data you have it has some copyright issues or something. Because let's say, for example, you make an aggregator of I don't know, movies, and you have like 1,000 movies, and you sell the API to, well, just requests to download that movies. You don't have the rights of that movies, for example. So I don't know if you can sell that API requests or not. So check that out. But yeah, let's say you have legit data with no copyright, 100% yours, or free to use. So you can just build the infrastructure and allow other users and developers to use your API to get some data. So in this case, yeah, this is the basic business model. You just sell packages of requests. In this case, we will be using the basic one just for testing purposes. Okay, have to put, okay, no need. Okay, so it's basically just a request. You make the request, and you get a response. Let's try another one that doesn't travel endpoints. If you have any question, just comment, and I'll make sure to Let's see endpoints. Okay. Okay, this one doesn't need us to put the the payment information. So okay, test. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So can you see the screen, or should I just make it bigger? Um. Okay. Let's say location search, and here you have the parameters. Let's say New York or Barcelona. Oh, okay. It's in the US. Okay, so this can be changed, I think, maybe to S. The font is too small. Okay. Okay. Can you see it? Oh, Green. Sorry for misspelling the name. Okay, hope you can see it. Okay, Barcelona. Okay, let's just leave New York. Okay, it'll be simple. Okay, test. Okay, so it's better like, okay, let's make it larger. Yeah, I think it's now you can see it. Okay, so let's say, for example, you have all these cities information. I don't know. Thank you. Okay, thanks. No worries. Um, okay, so let's say you have all this city information, and you say, okay, I will post my API to in this platform, and I want users so they can make requests. So yeah, you just have your app, just a simple parameter to search with the city, local. I think it's in English, US English, and yeah, with the parameters, and the response will be something like this. Okay, so the user or the developer that's using your API will get this response with all the information you got in the database, and you can say, okay, I will let you access my data with through this API, so you can use it, paying me the request. Okay, so there's some different data um, about the city. Source name guy. I don't know what this means. I don't think it's um I don't think it's guy. Maybe it's I don't know. I don't know. Okay. USA, and here you have okay, different region names. Um, the coordinates. Gaia hotel results. Okay, I think are hotels from the area. So it must be something like this, like a list of different hotels from the area. Gaia hotel. I don't know what's Gaia hotel. Maybe it's the hotel name. New York Marriott Marquis. Okay, yeah, it's hotel information. Let's see this one for example, or okay. So their region names. Midtown. It's not this one. Yeah, maybe yeah, they're hotels. And as you can see here, for example, we have to consider this too. In this case, we have 10 results. Some APIs, they limit the data they give you. So that's because, first of all, it's they have, well, it's you don't have the same cost getting to the user 3,000 data entries in 10, and it's because some API have limits, so you don't scrape them. Sorry, you don't scrape all the data from them and then just pop it into your database or something. Sometimes they have limitations, and sometimes it's because basically they want you to do more requests. Because if you need I don't know 100 results, you'll have to make 10 requests instead of one. Some of them give you some options to limit, like another option called limit 200, sorry, or limit 30 or limit 40 or whatever. So yeah, basically that's it. Let's see another one so you can see different okay, let's say this one's okay. So I think this one is to get property information. Let's see. Test. Do you have any question? If you have any question, just I'm reading the chat. Okay. Okay. Let's see this one. Oh yeah. Downstream. Okay. There's some kind of there's any what to look for. Okay. That's a good question. Okay. Audrey asked what to look for in a good API for your project. You have to take into consideration some things. First of all, is the dimension of your project, because it's not the same to make a project for your school or college. Is just a 2-week project, or create some product or some SaaS business, or let's say you build a startup. What would you look for? First of all, is the pricing, because let's see, do you know Stripe? Well, Stripe is kind of different because it's basically an e-commerce what it say, like payout gateway, payment gateway, sorry, for your businesses. This is different because they the pricing is different, because you have to pay 25 cents of euro plus 2.5 2.5% of the purchase. That's because there's some fees from the banks. But let's say here API. Okay, so this is like a map, Google Maps API. So you can get different location information, coordinates, addresses. And let's see the pricing. And you want to see the pricing because if it's a small project, you have no problem, because for example in this one, if you see, there's you had 30,000 requests free per month, and then from 30,001 to 5 million, it's 66 euro cents. Where are you from? Let's see. Well, let's convert it to USD. Will be easier for everyone. Okay, so it's 72 cents for 1,000 requests, and if you multiply that, let's say let's say, okay, it will be 1,000. Yeah, 1 million. So if you have 1 million requests, it's $770 per million requests. So you have yeah, that's the second point. Is the maintenance. If that API it's from a big company, let's say Amazon or Google or something, it will be more probable to so they can maintain the infrastructure so it won't get down. Um, how to know if it's fast? I would say just try some different APIs. You can create, I don't know, some testing and just create small functions and just test them out. The good thing about small APIs, you can talk to the developers. Let's say you want to use here, and this is just a small startup, or just some guy's API. You can talk with them and say, okay, let's change this pricing, and instead of 66 cents, I can give you 50 cents. So probably they will say yes. If you ask this to Google, they will not accept. So, but mm, yeah, I would say if it's open source, I don't think so because a lot of them are not open source. But if they're open source, check their GitHub, see how much people are working on that project, how many pull requests there are, how many people are making some changes. So you can see a little bit if it's worth taking the API or not. And if you, let's say you choose here to make your app, and someday here says, okay, goodbye, we're closing. If you just using here, for example, to get addresses, coordinates, and all that stuff, it will not take you too much to change to Google Maps, for example, or to another one, because you're just getting some data from them. It's different because you may use there's some APIs like Amadeus. This is an API to get to to book flights and hotel rooms and rent cars and all that stuff. Is a provider. So it's different because if you use Amadeus to book flights and you have a flight search engine, it's a problem because you now need another GDS. GDS basically stands for Global Distribution System, and it's basically like Amadeus, or there's Galileo, Sabre, Abacus, Travelport. And what they do is just they get all this data from different airlines and different airports, different hotels, thousands of hotels. And what they do is just they give you all access to this data, so you can book flights and all that stuff. So I would say pricing, the money is important if you are up on scale. If it's just for your personal project, choose whatever, because a lot of them, I would say mostly all of them have some free pricing or some free requests, like 5,000, 20, 30,000 requests for free. So that would be good. Um, okay, so I think yeah, pricing and to see if it's fast, just test them and see which one is better and which one fits you the most, because it depends on the project. You would need something or another one. Okay. Do you want to now we will get to the code, but first I want you to understand how this API works. So if you want to, okay, let's say you can tell me a topic like science or something, and let's check out another API before we get into the code and into the what we're going to do today. Um, any preference? No. Okay, let's say this one for example, Spotify. I don't know if you use Spotify or random lyrics generator. Okay, let's see if there's something. Um, Okay, so there's nothing right now. So love, hate Spotify. Okay. Yeah, it's no, well, depends. Also, it depends on the country, because I know some people from different countries that hate it, and some people from Spain that love it. I don't know. Um, okay, so there's no random lyrics generator API, so this is a good chance for you to work on it. You can, yeah, you can probably use ChatGPT to make something. Why is just yeah. Yeah, there's the UI. It's well, it can be better. Well, I think the iOS app works fine. So okay, so let's get into this. So today, what I thought is you read papers like machine learning papers or science papers. Probably if you're in college, you do. So, what I thought is we can create like an aggregator, um, an app that gets different papers from different websites and just get them all into one place. So, okay, let's get this out. Okay, so you have you have papers from different sources. The first one will be papers with code, papers with code. Okay, let's keep it simple with this one first. Okay, so you have, we'll have this, it will be like a scraper to get this data. Again, if you don't owe the data, or in this case, the posts, um, I don't think you can sell it. You must give credit to your original website or the authors. So keep that in mind. If you make it into a production environment. Okay, so we will get different papers from different sources. Okay, we will save them all. So what we'll have is okay. So what we'll have is a database with different um, papers, science papers. Let's say machine learning papers in this case, papers. And once we have all this information, we can create uh, an API with different endpoints. Okay, in this case, we can use we can have an endpoint called search uh, with Q called, let's say, generative. Okay, let's say the other one. Would you say random lyrics? Okay, so what we'll do is, for example, it will just search into the database. Okay, so this will search into the database for all these coincidences, and it will get a list for the user with, let's say, okay, let's say title 1, title 2, title 3, etc. So okay, I said title, but it can be title and URL and all that stuff. Title and URL. Okay, so you can. You have any question? Any suggestion? Anything? Don't hesitate to write or ask anything. Feel free, completely. Okay, so we will have we will create a scraper that will get all papers from different websites. We will start with this one because I think it's the one of the most well, legit ones, because they really have a really good posts, and from and you have the repo, you can see the GitHub. Well, this one, maybe someone in the chat will understand this one, but let's say we can translate it. Okay, magic. So yeah, I think this website it's legit. So we'll be using this one. Okay, so we'll be using this one, scraping this one, getting some of the papers. We will save them all in a database. Okay, let's see if we can find here a database. Okay, all these posts will go to a database, and okay, let's say okay, database scrape. Okay. Do you have any question? No? Okay. Okay. So scraping the data, saving the data, and then we will create an API with different endpoints. The first one will be this one, for example, search. We can create another one called let's say category Q will be 2000. Okay, and in this case, we can organize all these papers into categories, and we can search, just category 2000. It's just an example. Let's say 2000 is, I don't know, trends. Okay, so no, not this one. Social, states of the art. Okay, these ones, for example, image classification. So this one will be category 2000, and let's say object detection, it's 1000 and whatever. You can choose this order freely because there's no specific order. Okay. Papers with code, and once we make this request, the first one, let's say, for example, we'll get this data. Okay. We'll get this data, and we can change the endpoints as long as we go. Okay, so let's deep into the code. We'll be using Golang, but you can use any language you want. You can use let's see if there's any question. No question. Okay, so new folder, we'll say API. No, let's say package folder, let's say papers. Okay, package. Okay, let's see how we can get this data from these websites. Okay, let's see. Here we have the HTML. Okay, so here we have the HTML. we can go to inspect to network. Did you have you done scraping anytime? Yes, no. Um, mm, no. Okay, I'll assume no. Well, basically, scraping is getting data from the website. Let's say if you find some any mm, 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 put this no. Let me see how. Okay, let's just leave it like this. So, scraping data. Um, so in this case, we have to find where all this data comes from. So we can just download the HTML or the JSON file or anything. So we can get this data from the backend code. In this case, from Golang. So yeah, as you can see, the first thing it loads, it's this file with the param page 2. So we assume, okay, so in the preview, we can see all the information comes here. So Shikra, unleashing multi-model. Okay, let's say this one. So in the response, you can see all the HTML. So let's copy this HTML just to see if it works. Okay, regex 101. It's basically a website that allows you to just pass some code and create a regular expression, specific regex to get different data. Any question? No. Okay, so now we have to find where this data is for. So for example, if we want to, as you can see, if we click the the URL, it uh, redirects to another page. So so in this case, we need to know how to get this URL in this HTML code. So we can just copy the URL and then use that URL to save this paper and this title and all this information. For example, we still can see the GitHub repo um, link URL. Sorry. So okay, let's see inspect. Okay, so we can see improving Latin deficient models. We can search that here. Okay, we have no matches. Maybe because this is the page 1, not the page 2. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so we have a match here. So okay, here we have the paper fest. Here we have the URL, and here we have the title. Okay, so how we can create this any question? No? Okay. So in this case, we will get this one because it's the same. As you can see, there's 10 matches. I would assume it's the 10. Let's see how much there are here. Preview. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bingo. Okay, so there's 10 posts. There's just one the one tag like this for everyone. So in this case, we'll put a point. We're putting a point because we are saying that we are telling to the regex whatever whatever thing is here, just accept it, because sometimes when you download HTML, it's not this double commas, semicolon, sorry. It's just a simple one, and it doesn't match. So just put a point and we'll avoid all that stuff. And this, if you're not familiar with regex, I recommend you here. I think in the website they have some tutorials here. So you can, not this one. Let's see where. List. Okay. Basic syntax. Okay, so you can find it here in developers.mozilla.org. Just put regular expression syntax cheat sheet. So what this does, it groups it in group one. So in group one we have the link, and what else we need is the title. Okay, so in this case we're just getting the link and the title. We're doing the same thing. Okay. So in this case it will be just an opening tag. Okay, so in group one we have the link, and in group two we have the title. So in our code, what we're going to do is just create a simple type paper struct. Okay, just with the title body. Okay, this body we can change it. Title and URL. So in this case, will be the URL to the paper, title of the paper. Okay. So so now we need a function. We will call it HTTP. So we need a function that package. So what we need to do right now is create a function to download this page, get the HTML, use a regex to get the information and store that information. So let's do that. Okay, let's create function. Okay, let's say get paper h. Okay, so now get source HTML. Okay, so here I'm putting the string. Okay, so return, in this case, just an empty one and a nil for the moment. Are you following? Do you having some question? Return. Okay. So this function will get us the HTML from the source. So we are passing a URL and that's it. So so the response get I'm just reading the questions. Learning. Okay, great. Thank you. Shamari. Okay, thank you. If you have any question, just ask. Okay, let's check for errors. Did you use Golang before, or is it the first time using Golang? Okay, string. Okay, let's say okay. HTML. I think IO util it's deprecated. And yeah, let's check for errors. Okay. Okay, let's see. In this case, we don't need this. Okay, just we'll keep it simple. Yeah, from before change. Okay, just a warning. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this function right here. Can be done only with Ghost Studio. Candice. Okay, so Ghost Gun. Ghost. Ghost. Oh, okay. Ghost Agent. Asks, can this be done only with VS Code? What do you mean with this? Like the code, or I don't. The code you can use any IDE you prefer. You can use also I don't know what you use, Python or JavaScript or PHP or anything. So no, you can use. Can I do with? Yeah, of course. Replit. Let's see. Yeah, I think so, because there's you don't need a lot of dependencies or anything, so you can just yeah. Do you want me to do it with Replit? Let's try it. I don't use Replit. I've never used it, but I'll just say we can. I'll say we can do that. Okay. Let's see. Let's call it Go Hack Week API papers. Okay. Patience, because I've never used it, but I think I can share you the link, right? If anyone, how can I share the link with you? Is that possible, or it's not? If it is, I can share you the link after this. Okay, so let's try this. It's files. Okay. On a folder called API. Add file. HTTP. Okay. HTTP. Not go. Let's try this. Okay. Let's see. Will this work? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. As I said, I've never used it. CPU. Okay. More power. Okay, let's try to use it. If not, removing. Okay, so how does imports work here? Okay, I'll make sure to upload the code later on. I don't want to, just keep trying. If you ghost agent, you can send me Discord, or if anyone is interested on the source code. Once we finish, so I can share it with you. Just send you the project. Yeah, but yeah, you can, if you know how this works, Replit. I don't know uh, how it works. I've never used it, but if you know how to use it, you can 100% do it with that. So there's no problem at all. So okay, let's test one. How do I register for the event? Um, I think let me check here. I think you can do that here. This link. Let's see if I can. Here, I just shared the link here. That'll be cool. Okay, so let's try this function that we made. URL. Let's see. Let's say we want to do. Okay, let's say we want to try this URL. This one. Okay. And okay. Okay, so we should have the. Okay, it's not. Okay, so we have the HTML. Okay, no worries. Okay, so what we have is this function that should get the HTML code from the website. So let's try this. Let's try this. Go run main.go. Okay, so it works. It gets the HTML code. So if we copy this code, let's try it. Let's see if it gets the data. If we, okay, so it works. Okay, so now we have this function that gets us the HTML code, and we have, okay, we have the pattern of the pages. So in this case, we will just get page 2, so we don't make a lot of progress. Because in this case, I don't know if they have any banning system, but if they do, they will probably ban the request. So we would have to use proxies and all that stuff. So it's not time for that. Not for the moment. Stop share. Okay. There's no question, folks. If you have any question, just pop it here. Let's try to solve it. Okay, so let's see. So now we have the data. Okay, we have all the papers. Let's see in this HTML if we can get more data. Like I saw there was a GitHub, this one here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get the GitHub one. Okay, so there's a match. There's another match. Okay, so we can have the GitHub repo. We can do this like this and get the last part of, okay, so we can have the GitHub too. So in this case, we'll have to make a couple of requests. I would say, because not really, because as you can see here, there's okay. So I think we can use the same regex, because now we have this, uh, this. Mm, okay, let's. Mm, um, let's see how we can regex. Uh, can you please zoom in a bit? Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, let's hide. I think this cannot be hidden. Okay. Oh, let's see if we can hide this. Okay, this one too. Okay, can you see it? Ghost Asian. Okay, let's see if regex line jump. Okay, let's see regex. Okay, let's try this. Have nothing to lose. Okay, okay. So we can. Okay. Okay. So okay. So we can do the same thing. I'm just until it closes and all that. So, but okay. So if you're lost here, no worries. I'll explain. Basically, what I'm doing is just just getting rid of all this data. Just to get into the GitHub URL here, so we can get that all in just one regex from one request to the HTML code. So to make it more efficient, because you can just create different regex for different well for the same HTML, but I don't know if that will be that much optimal. So okay, let's say we're using span again just to make it more clear. Okay, okay, we have this one. Okay, so this will be tedious, but I think we're getting to it. I'm sure. Okay, so we have the again. Let's see. There must be another way to do this. X line break. Let's try with VNet. Okay. Okay. Okay, just leave it like this. We'll get into the GitHub later. So, okay, we have the paper. Okay, so we have the code and we have the paper struct. So let's say we want to get okay, HT papers func get papers. Okay, so this will return. We'll have to give it a URL of the source. Let's say source, and it will return an object of paper. So it will be the 10 papers in this case, there's per page. Okay, so get papers. Okay. Turned off. Can you see the code or it's too small? Let's see. Okay. Get papers. How we can do this to make it more optimal? Okay. So first of all, we have it is good. Okay. Thank you. Papers. Okay. Let's say papers HTML get source. Okay. So first of all, we get assign mismatch one variable, but okay, so we need errors if it's not new. Okay. So the paper HTML it will get us okay. It will get us the HTML in this case for each page. Okay, each page. Remember, it has only 10 papers. So we'll get 10 papers per page. So okay. Okay. So papers HTML. Okay. So here we have the HTML. Now what we need to create is the regex thing. So we can apply the different regex to the different HTML parts of the code. So okay. First of all, the regex it was sure. Okay, let's okay. This is the regex. Okay. Okay, so let's compile. It must compile. Do you have any question or not? Just it is okay. 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 So now let's bring this. Let's see what we have matches. So in this case, we'll be calling get papers. Get paper. Okay, get papers, regex. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, let me just bring this terminal. Okay, I'll make this bigger. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, matches. Okay, so now we have the different matches. Let's try with matches 1. See what we get here. Okay, so we just get the first one. following string. So much. Let's try this. Okay. So in this case, we're just getting 1, 2. Let's see. This must be the title. Okay. See, matches 1 and can you see the text or it's small? I mean the terminal. Okay. Papers in large scale. Okay, so we have the URL and the title, and it's just for one of them. And if we want to get them all, I think there was 10. We should do this. Okay, so now we have the different ones. Matches 1. Okay, matches 2. Okay, so in this case, what we do is just match. Okay, match 1 and match 2. This should, first of all, it should print them all. Okay, so in this case, instead of printing them, we are going to create the paper. Okay, the papers list. Okay, so here just paper list append. Okay, so it says paper title and URL. Okay, it's never used. Okay, let's just let it like this. Append and so in this case, if there's no errors, papers list. And instead of just printing these ones, we don't need to. We just saving. We are just saving the papers in the papers list. So the papers list, it's a list of paper title URL. Here, first of all, we're getting the source HTML code. It's the basic HTML code with all the information. Then the regex is the same one, the same one we've created here. So, and what it gets in the first field, the first group, it's the link, and the second group is the title of the paper in this case. Okay, so let's say this one and this one. You can get all this different information here. You know, the GitHub, the introduction. Look at it. Okay, we can try it later. And in this case, we're just making the basics of it. So we have the title and URL. And once we have all the matches, we just append. It's basically just an insertion of the data we got. Okay, let's make it more readable like this. Okay, so we range through we loop through matches that we got, and we just insert it. And if there's any error, we just return paper empty. So there's no, I don't know, no problems. Get papers from the website. Okay. No, from, okay, just get papers. Okay, from source. So keep in mind that this structure okay. So hi Eva Place, how you doing? Keep in mind that, for example, in this case, if you want to make just a big project with an aggregator with different websites like this one and some other ones. You want to do some kind of structure, like let's say you want to create okay, just let's use okay, just use this one. Okay. Okay, so let's say you want to create aggregator of papers from different sources. Okay, different sources. Okay, well, what you want to do is create like the common function, common interface in this case for all the sources. And hello, how you doing? You can, I think the Eva Place, all these streams are recorded and then posted into the MLH Twitch, and I think YouTube too. So there's no problem. You can later on. I don't know where you're from. Here in Spain, it's 12, well, 0 a.m. p.m. Yeah, a.m. So yeah, you can just later on just check it and see. So yeah, you want a common interface for all the sources because there's a lot of the same things. For example, this downloading thing and these regex, you can probably create a function called get papers from source. In here, let's say you have the source and the regex. Okay, and the regex, and this regex can go out here, out. Okay, so you have URL, regex, let's say, and yeah, this probably want something like this. How is it going? Yeah, it's going cool. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Hope you learned something. Okay, so yeah, you want to make it, you want to make some common parts, just to make the code more modular. So in this case, this match 1 and match 2, I don't know if it's the best thing to do because title URL. Okay, so in this case we can just change it to make it more readable. Can just put the URL first. You might think it's just a small change, but it makes an improvement for the code reading. So you don't see 2, 1 and different orders everywhere. So yeah, thank you, Eva. We try to do so. So yeah, let's try this code and see what result we have here. Go run. Okay, so we have nothing. Let's see what. Okay, so there's no because we're not printing the result. FMC that prints. Getting MC that prints line. Okay, so the P is capital. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so it's not the best. I think there was a function. Yeah, let me check. Can create a function. I was thinking I can promote. Hey, I was thinking I can promote what you're doing because it's best. What do you mean? Eva Place? Can you specify? Thinking I can promote what you're doing because it's best. Yeah, can you please specify? I didn't get the question. Well, the statement. Okay, so I can find here a function. Let's see. Okay, it's called pretty. Okay, so let's create a folder called utils to make some format. Let's see, format that go. Okay, package utils. This function, basically what it does, it's what the name says. What the name says, pretty abstract. So if we use this, let's say you have this response and you use utils that print. Back okay. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. 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 This is maybe because you don't have here JSON. Major channels. I can make your I can make your Twitch overlay and make your channel look nice. Yeah. Sure. I think you can talk with someone. Let me see. I think you can talk with someone from MLH that's responsible for the Twitch channel because I'm not. I'm just streaming. So you know. But yeah, thank you so much. You can talk with someone from the Twitch department. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Let's see why it's not working. Oh, okay, okay. Get papers. Okay, okay. So get papers. Let's see if we have an error. Okay, so now we can create a log, and now we can use print papers, not the sales. Trunk. Okay, so now it should work. You must. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for wanting to help. Okay, so here we have our first results. I think now it's more readable. So in this case, we got, okay, let's see, self-log, just using FMC. So do you have any more questions? If you have any question, just ask. Okay, so now we're having the first results. In this case, we have the URL, the title, and yeah, the title. Okay, so now we can create the GitHub one. Let's add GitHub repo of the paper. Okay, so in this case, matches. Okay, we should create another one. Do you think? Regex, select, sale, and I think from Mark to, let's try this one. Let's try this one. Come on, guys. Okay. Okay, it's not working. Okay. Okay, now it's working. Now it's working, folks. Let's see how it's not working. Damn it. Okay, it was something like this. Okay, let's try this. And then github.com. Okay, okay, okay. Yay, we got it. Okay, so we can change the rejects. Let's try this. We can try change the rejects to this. And in the group 3, we should have a GitHub. So here we can just add GitHub match 3. Do you think it will work? Let's find out. Have no idea. Okay. Okay, it's not working. Okay, that was expected to happen. The sad situation. Never mind. Okay, let's just yeah. Let's don't touch the regex. Oh, okay. So now there's no match 3. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. So we have nothing in the GitHub. That makes sense. Let's try another. Let's try another regex. Can we? Oh, okay. So what we can do is, first of all, we need to add the other part of the URL. So if you go here, there's something missing, the base URL. So first of all, we should just, add this. Okay. Okay. Title. That's late. First, let's just to not be confused with this GitHub. Okay, so yay, now it works. Survey. Okay, so like yeah, no worries. Okay, so now we have let's try this with say that print. Let's count all the results. On got the results. Okay, this will be printf. Should be printf. Okay, so let's see how many results we have here. Okay, there's no print. Oh, okay. We get 10 results. Oh, okay. We should just put this out here. At the end, after papers. Okay. Do you have any question? No questions? Okay. Okay. You get 10 results. And then okay, we had this okay, so now what we can do is try with multiple ones. Like okay, with multiple like pages, you know. So how we can do that? Well, we should not try that right now because we want to keep trying new stuff. So if we do that and they actually have some banning system, they will ban all our requests, and it will be it will be not so cool because we want to make the second part and make the actually the API and save all this information to um our into our database or JSON file or something. So okay. So okay, we're not doing multiple pages for the moment. We will do that later on. But yeah, that will be simple actually, because it will be just going through different pages. Because if, as you can see, that the URL has this um, question mark page equal to, and this could be equal 3, equal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a bit basic pagination. So yeah, this will be the first part. Okay, getting the information and understanding how APIs work. So this is the first part. We have our scraper done to get the 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 papers from papers with code. In this case, this source. Let's see, papers. Uh, yeah, this is in Catalan. This is not papers, machine learning. Let's see. There's any topic you're interested in? Okay, so here we can find different papers. Okay, so these are some different papers. Let's see if we can get this information. Source, network. Okay, this seems simple. Page response. Okay, so all the information is here. Okay, so we can try to scrape this one. As you can see, all the information is here. You can find here the approximate bounds. Okay, let's see. There's this one. DT. Okay, there's 100 matches. Okay. Okay. This case will be a closing one. Okay, TV, B, I. This will be the author information. Okay. Okay, so we have here we can find some different information, a lot of information actually. B, so this will be the date. Okay, so we have the date and we have the URL. So we have the insensitive here. That's why it doesn't detect the. Okay. 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 Let's welcome. Okay, this is the message from before. Okay. This looks cool. In this case, we can get all these different information. Volume 24. Let's see. Okay. So, okay, I got it. So in this case, there's different links. There's the ABS. I think the ABS it's this one, the first one. And there's the PDF link, the URL, and the BIP URL. So in this case, we should get the ABS. Okay. The ABS, it will be the first one. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's go address. Equal dots. Okay, this is the PDF one. And there's the last one that will be the bib one. It's another format. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Much. Okay. So in this case, for example, with this source, let's see. Okay, I'll not be using this today. Okay, this one. So we got this source. Okay. Okay, we got this source with all this different information. Let's say the first one, classification accuracy. Okay, it's this one. The first group, it's the title. Okay, let's put it this way so you can see them. Okay, so that will be the first match. Okay, so the first match is this one. From classification accuracy is the title. Then we have the author. It's Jones Resin, or I don't know how it's spelled. Okay, and it's the date 2024, 23, sorry. And then we have different URLs. The first one is the ABS, the second one is the PDF, and the third one is the BIP. Okay, so you have the three document URLs. You have the date of, I think it's publishing date, the author, and the name. And as you can see here, some of them have the code, the GitHub code. See if okay, no, this is my okay. I was trying to see the Explorer. Okay, they changed the let's search papers. Let's see the learning papers reading roadmap. I was trying to see if there's some deep learning book, if there's some machine learning resources we can get the data from. But yeah, this one works just fine. Okay, we have this data. So yeah, we got all this different data from these different matches. Every match it's a paper, and with all the information, you can actually go to PDF and download this PDF. As I mentioned before, I don't know if you need permission to download these PDFs and save them and then republish them, because maybe the author is not authorizing you, but you can you can investigate and see how you can handle all these data. So yeah, this will be the first part of 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 of, of the workshop. Well, yeah, let's call it workshop or the streaming. In the second part, we will be saving, actually getting data from different sources, then saving all these data into a database, and then making the API to call, well, to make all the requests to the database and get all this data from there, all these papers, and classify them. We will get all the code, the different stars, the ratings of 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 the papers. So then we can classify them from the best to worst, or let's call it, yeah, just best to worst. Um, and yeah, let's see. Okay, this is the entire file. Yeah, this is the entire file. It's from archive.org. Yeah, it would be something like what it's called, Stewie.eu. Yeah, this is just an aggregator of books, machine learning. See if there's something. Austin. Okay, so there's different books from different websites. So yeah. Any question, folks? If you don't have any question, we can just leave it here and continue the next session. So thank you so much for being here. And if you have any question, just ask me on Discord, or just send me a message, and I'll be ready to help. Okay. Thank you so much.